Hello, and welcome to the fourth tutorial in working with Zmodeler. In this tutorial we're going to be looking at copying, moving and scaling objects. As you can see, I've got a box already created here. Let's just have a look at some of the basic functions we can do. Alright, the first one is to copy an object. You might find this useful if you're creating a string of objects, and rather than creating each and every one of them at the same dimensions, at the same size, same everything, it's easier to create one and copy them. And the way we do this is we go in the Create menu and select Copy. Go over to your object and left click. Right, that's fine. You've got your copy, but you can't see it yet. That's because it's obviously in the same place as the original one. So now we're going to look at how to move an object. Moving is using the axis selectors up here. Generally X and Y are selected, X being horizontal and Y being vertical. Z more diagonal and is very rarely used, to be honest. So we'll look at how the axis selectors what effect it has on the moving of the object, of the copied box. So we're going to the Modify menu and select Move. As you can see, it's currently set on the X axis, which is horizontal. So now if you go over to the copied box, left click and hold, and move the mouse over to your right. Now you can clearly see you have got two objects there, your original and your copy. Now we switch to the vertical axis, that being Y. This allows you to move the box up and down. It takes a while to get used to this three-dimensional view, but it comes in very handy, it really does. Right, so we've learnt how to move an object, how to copy an object. Now let's have a look how you scale an object. So we click Move Off and then we click Scale. And depending on which direction you want to scale your object in, whether it be horizontal or vertical, you make your selection of the axis selector here. I'll select the X one just to give you a demonstration. If you don't want the Y, obviously remember to click it off. Go over to your object, left click and hold, and pull the mouse towards you. Can you see what's happening there? The copy box is being scaled in, and you push the mouse away from you, it scales out. Let's have a look at that on the Y axis. And that is how you move and scale objects. There's also another little handy thing to remember when scaling. If you hold the Control key and then click on your object, you can also define the exact sizes of your scale. So for example, if you want something to be 60% of the size it is now, say for example on your X axis, you change the 100 to 60 and then click OK, and it does it straight away. So that's something useful to bear in mind. Obviously if you want to scale multiple objects, you would hover over them with the mouse and click, and remember to activate the selected mode, which we discussed in the last tutorial. Have an experiment. It's not easy to get familiar with, but once you do get the hang of it, it becomes a lot easier. And I hope to see you all again in the next tutorial. Thank you.